I'm here on the morning of day one of Connected Britain 2022 with Ronan Kelly, the CTO EMEA of ADTRAN. Ronan, you've been coming to Connected Britain for a number of years. Are you excited for the next 2 days?
Oh, absolutely. We've seen this show grow from strength to strength. Last year had absolute record numbers. Everybody I've spoken to so far this year expects it to be an even larger attendance at this event. I don't know where we're going to fit them all in, but we're really looking forward to entertaining them on the ADTRAN booth here.
Fantastic. And how have you seen the UK market grow over the past 12 months, and how does that compare with other European markets?
It's really quite remarkable. You know, we've seen within the UK marketplace a huge amount of new entrants come into the market, but also we've seen the operators of scale like Openreach and Virgin Media really start to mobilise with their fibre build-outs. It's taken a little bit of time to get the engine started with each of the operators where they were hitting a regular run rate, but we're now at that point where we've seen over the last 12 months, for example, ADTRAN shipped enough OLT capacity into the UK market to address over 5 million households. That's how strong the demand is. We're seeing the homes passed rate now within the UK market exceed 6 million households per annum. So when a lot of people originally scoffed at things like the 2025 target for full fibre for all, while they mightn't hit exactly 2025, certainly the momentum is there to get them very, very close to it over the next 2 years. If I see that versus the European markets, I see the likes of Germany and Italy trying to mobilise, they're just getting started, but they're really, you know, from my view with regard to the pace with which they're connecting subscribers, they're probably 2 years behind where the UK is at now. The UK is also very fortuitous from the point of view that they leapfrogged the original fibre to the home access technology of GPON and just got largely started with XGS-PON across the board. So they've now got this foundation that really puts them ahead of the rest of the world with regard to the technology that they're deploying.
And tell us about the new products that you've brought to Connected Britain this year.
It's very exciting this year. We have a whole range of new products, from the latest in OLT technology that we've deployed just behind us there, the ADTRAN SDX 6330, which represents the highest density of subscribers that you can fit into a piece of access equipment today within the whole industry. So we're thrilled about that. Huge amount of excitement amongst the operators that we've met with so far with regard to that product. But we also have a range of new ONTs for terminating on the customer premise, as well as a new range of Wi-Fi 6 gateways to deliver that gigabit experience to every device in the consumer's household.
Fantastic. And what do you think that the UK operators need to be focusing on now and for the next 12 months?
The key thing, and I'm going to speak about this later in my talk in the Gigabit Britain track, is the capacity that's being delivered to the consumers today in a very cost-efficient fashion. Typically for less than £50, gigabit capacity is available. So we're now at a point where, for the first time ever in the history of the internet, where we've got bandwidth abundance. People can afford to buy more bandwidth than they could possibly think of consuming. So the operators really need to think about what's the next step. If I can't sell more on in bandwidth, you know, upsell higher speed tiers because people already have enough, they've really got to start focusing on the efficiencies of the business. And that comes down to the efficiency of the equipment that they're deploying within the network, but also the levels of automation they're deploying to run those networks as well, to make sure that they're not throwing expensive labor resources at things that can be automated, particularly at a time now where it's almost analogous to the dot-com era, where the cost of labor, good skilled labor, is skyrocketing now because there's not enough really experienced people within the industry now to meet the demands that are out there.
And since we spoke last year at Connected Britain 2021, you've had your completion with ADVA. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, the ADVA opportunity is so exciting for us because now what it does is it takes the ADTRAN portfolio, where we were traditionally able to deliver gigabit experiences from the device within the consumer's hand all the way through the fibre access network, but then we would hand off to a transport network of some sort. Now what we can do with the ADVA portfolio, we can take that gigabit experience across the Wi-Fi, across the fibre access network. Now we own the transport network side of things and also the data center interconnect piece as well. So basically we can go from the Wi-Fi device in your hand to the internet peering point on an open end-to-end fibre access solution. And we're unique in the industry on that side of things. Additional to that, ADVA bring a massive carrier Ethernet portfolio Their carrier Ethernet solutions service a massive portion of the UK enterprises today already, so we're excited to be able to bring that capability to our other customers and to our other markets. And then they've got a leading edge network synchronization timing solution off the back of an acquisition they did with a company called Oscilloquartz, which really brings our portfolio into the realm of relevance for those operators that are using these fiber access networks to connect the 5G backhaul infrastructure to the rest of the world. So massive, massive opportunity in front of us as we go forward.
Ronan, always a pleasure speaking. Enjoy the rest of the 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.